Happy Monday. I am Bree with The Wellness Way. We are here today with New Mom Monday. Our topic today was supposed to be increasing breast milk supply and different things about breastfeeding. However, we are snowed in. Pretty much everything is shut down in our town. We have not left the house yet. In fact, maybe we'll show you the driveway afterwards. We can't really see what the driveway and what isn't. So we get asked the question a lot, what do you do for breakfast? In fact, Jace can't have oats or watermelon. Jackson, through my breast milk, I can't do any dairy at all whatsoever with him. And Isabella cannot have any eggs. No duck eggs, no chicken eggs, no eggs whatsoever. And we hear the term all the time, what does she eat? And there's a ton that she can eat. The other thing I hear is, mornings are busy. So my husband leaves for work at 4 o'clock, typically, sometimes 4:30 in the morning. So I've got 3 kids here, and we have our wonderful little daycare that when we are at daycare, he eats organic breakfast there. No oats, right, buddy?
Right.
But when we're at home, we have to sometimes grab fast things. So we're going to break today's segment down into 3 segments, basically. The first is replacers. So replacing some foods, some different cereal options, some different things like that, okay? Our second thing is out-of-the-box ideas. We've got a snacker here. Out-of-the-box ideas that you may not have thought of for breakfast. Per se, sweet potatoes for breakfast. And, can you grab me the cashew milk, honey? We forgot that. And the last thing will be switching out your current recipes for some different options, okay? So, first one is replacers, okay? So, some of the things that we like to replace with, there's lots of options, okay? We just found, this has been out for a little while, but there's some new cereals on the market. Love Grown is the brand. They are made with
I love that one!
You love this one. It tastes like Trix. My kids actually said to me this morning, what's Trix? I was proud that they didn't know what it was. Navy beans, lentils, garbanzo beans, brown rice, flour, cane sugar. So there's no oats in this, okay? You need that open? We're right in nap time today, so excuse our distractions. That's really good because he can have because there's no oats. There still is regular sugar in it. I would not recommend it for constant daily use, but it's an option, okay? So those are 2 of the cereals that we like. Crispy rice cereals, gotta love good old Rice Krispies is what we called them back in my day. We used to dump pounds of sugar on our Rice Krispies. What are you doing, hon?
Looking at the questions.
Oh, okay, cool. Thought something was wrong. But what we like to do instead is we put xylitol on it. So xylitol is a sugar substitute. You can kind of see it in my mason jar here. It looks just like sugar, tastes like sugar. And we put that on our Rice Krispies if we're going to be doing cereal. Okay. Another thing, we do organic and nitrate-free bacon. Okay, I can find that usually in any of my local groceries and natural stores. Some of our favorite sausages are the Applegate Chicken Sage. That's Jackson's Snook, yes. And there's also Jones Farm has a uncured Canadian bacon. As I've talked about in some of my other posts, we get our pork from a farm in Mondovi, Wisconsin. They ship all over, called Together Farms. Avocados. Okay, I'll ask you to show these in a second, okay? So, all of our meats that we're going to do, I want to touch on that. If you're allergic to regular bacon, you can do turkey bacon. You can do goose bacon. Yes, there's a such thing. If you are allergic to beef, you can do pork sausage. If you're allergic to pork, you can do venison sausage. So there are lots of different options. We like to prep food.
What is this?
Yogurt? We like to prep food on Sundays.
No, it's not strawberry.
Raspberry, you're right. We like to prep. We like to prep food on Sundays. So I will cook bacon. I cook it in the oven too. It's easy. I cook it in the oven. I cook all kinds of meat, and then we put it in baggies or little containers, and they're quick grab and goes for during the week when we're on our way to the bus or on our way to work. I have to have food prepped, or it's way too easy to grab things that are not healthy. So, excuse me. The other replacer that I would say that we use Of course, we are a full gluten-free family. I've got a couple of new favorite things here. These gluten-free English muffins by Food for Life. They are brown rice. There is no eggs in them, so we love those. And then we're big Sammy's Breads fans up here. We get it shipped out of Florida. No eggs, no yeast, no wheat, no dairy. Something that we can all have. You can have those, yeah. If I'm going to be cooking muffins or I'm going to be doing anything, Chosen Foods has a couple of different sprays. My preference is avocado. It's good for up to 500 degrees in the oven. You don't want to make healthy muffins and spray your muffin tins with Pam because then you're leaching rancid oils into your muffins. Let's see here. What are some of my other favorites? Of course, there's always the Nutella, I think people call it. Second, okay. Is he loud? Where's Jackson Snook? Today's our day to have loud day with baby. Nutella. There's something out there called Justin's Chocolate Hazelnut Butter. It's wonderful. I'm not a big Nutella person, but Bella tried it once at a friend's and we found a different alternative to that. So we've got some of that, okay? There's tons of different options. One thing, So Delicious they make coconut milk yogurt nowadays. Could you hand me a milk, please? They make coconut milk yogurt. They make almond milk yogurt, cashew milk yogurt. What? Do you not have one? Scrub it. Thank you. I don't want to be in the frame at all. They make all different depending on what your allergies are. Sure. We do very little dairy in our house, but with the different allergens, I can't do coconut or dairy. With the different allergens, we have to be creative sometimes. So if I am going to do any dairy, I'm very conscious to make sure that it's organic and grass-fed, meaning that there's no hormones, antibiotics used, and also that the cows are raised on, mom moment there, raised on grass instead of corn, soy, any of that stuff. So this is a new find. These are a special treat. We don't do them every day. Why don't you show them what you've got in our replacer category? So these are, for you?
I can show them.
Okay. What do you got? We luckily went grocery shopping yesterday before snowstorm Armageddon hit, so we've got lots of stuff. Strawberries. These are organic, grass-fed milk made, I should say, from grass-fed cows. Little yogurts, they're super fun. Okay. So this is Earth Balance is the butter that I use. It's soy-free and coconut-free. Another one that we used to love, I can't have coconut right now, is the Honey Melt. It's really good. Honey Melt is the cinnamon one. That's good. So those are some of the different replacer options for your go-to foods. You can still have some of them, but you can find some other options. More than that, though, I like to do out-of-the-box foods for breakfast. Hi. So a lot of the things that we do for breakfast that you might not think of are beef jerkies. Doesn't just have to be a lunch food. Lara bars.
Hey, I'm going to do those.
Okay, tell them what they are. Lara bars. If you're not familiar with Lara bars, they are an oat-free granola bar. This one is dates, peanuts, and sea salt. It's a peanut butter cookie. They don't all have peanuts though. They have usually there's some kind of nuts, dates, and maybe cinnamon or cherry. There's all kinds of flavors. These are your cherry chia pouches. My kids love pouches. I struggle sometimes getting veggies into this guy, so this is my way of getting out of the box items. He'll grab these again. We're on to the section of our show where we're talking about out of the box options.
I need those sour. Hey, Mom.
What are they? You think they're sour?
Yeah, because I tried them and then...
Okay. Yo-Yo Bear fruit. We love these. They're dried. Do you want to open these up and show them what they look like? Okay. Quinoa. Who says you can't have quinoa for breakfast? Alright. I make quinoa and I will add butter or cinnamon or cacao powder into it. Let's see here. What are some other out-of-the-box
Can you
options?
open this because I
Sure. Sweet potatoes. Everybody thinks that you can't have sweet potatoes for breakfast because it just sounds silly, but I'll do sweet potatoes for breakfast. Let's see here. Dried fruit. Obviously, I don't have fresh fruit sitting out. We do a lot of fresh fruit for breakfast around here. He loves the dried fruit. They're quick grab and go options. There's all kinds of different flavors that we've gotten of those. Okay. Trail mix, another out-of-the-box option, which I had here and somebody took. But I will take some of our favorite things and I will make it for when we travel. And I'll take cashews, pistachios, walnuts, almonds, add cranberries, raisins, blueberries. You want to take him, honey? Cranberries, raisins, blueberries, Enjoy Life chocolate chips, or the little mini dairy-free chocolate chips. You got your car. All kinds of stuff, and you can call it trail mix. Gluten-free pretzels. So you can make ones that are more catered towards breakfast. Coffee. Everybody loves coffee in the morning. I'm not against coffee. I just don't prefer to drink dirt water because it makes me go crazy. So I just call it dirt water. I only like it if it's got a lot of flavor and creamer in it. I love drinking bone broth in the morning. Yummy!
Yeah.
You liked it. You can make it yourself, or you can find some pretty good brands. This is a rosemary lemon organic one that they've had at Woodman's. It's for the quick mom that's trying to do 800 things. They're grabbing goes. They make organic fruit cups. This one is pear and peach. So lots of different options here. That section was much more of a pre-packaged section, obviously, as I was telling you. I travel with this. So we were just, yeah. Stand up, honey, you'll probably be happier. We were just in Florida, and I am the mom that came with a half a suitcase with our own bread and Lara bars and beef jerkies, because when we're on the go, we need healthy snacks. So I want to get into healthy snacks on the go, but snacks can be breakfast. Okay, and let's see here. So the last section we're going to talk about is taking your current recipes and making them healthier. Okay, so obviously we want to avoid. We want to.
I can have this. No.
Yes, we're going to avoid high amounts of dairy, sugar. I try to avoid lots of carbs for breakfast, but one of the options is switching out the milk replacer. So if you're making muffins or you're doing cereal, favorite in our house is cashew milk. This does have almonds in it, so make sure you watch for that. Jaser loves coconut milk. Those are options in there.
I love these things.
You love those things. There's two new kinds of pancake batters out there. This one by Birch Benders. This one is a paleo one. I don't love it. It's got eggs in it, so Bella can't have it. She can have their gluten-free one. However, that one has buttermilk in it. So you really just got to look and see what's out there. And yes, it's not uncommon for us to make 2 different kinds of pancakes in the morning. But if you make it all at once, if you take a few hours and you make enough pancakes for 2 weeks, freeze them individually, it doesn't feel like you're making 8 meals for 8 different people every day. But there is, for those quick moms, there's options for just grabbing things. Sometimes I do grab whole sweet potatoes and I peel them and I cut them up. And then sometimes I grab pre-bought organic sweet potatoes and put them on a pan. Because, let's face it, I don't have time. Okay, replacing your current ones. If you're allergic to regular chicken eggs, so first off, you want to make sure you're using organic free-range eggs. They sell them everywhere now. If you're allergic to those, you can try duck eggs. Duck eggs look the same. Sometimes they come in all different colors. So they're big, they're large, they're thick. Yep.
Hey, wait.
That one actually is a chicken egg. We put it in there. Yeah, but it can stay in there.
Why?
This is not the brand that they are. We get them from a local farmer that raises wonderful duck eggs. So that's an option there. Okay, hemp hearts. I like to add hemp hearts to everything I can. Put it in a sprinkle bottle, and I call it sprinkles. And the kids say, "Can I put sprinkles on my yogurt?" And I say, "Well, yes, you can put sprinkles on your yogurt." Okay? And add hemp hearts to stuff. Let's see here. You can sneak chia seeds in when you make items. I like to make muffins and I like to add protein powder to them. Okay? My favorite brown sugar replacer when I could have coconut was. Can you stand up for them, please? So he's not too. I know. I don't know if he's distracted. Organic palm coconut sugar.
I'm done in the show.
You're done in the show? How about you come back and say bye to everybody when you're done? You taking that? Okay. Trying to think here. Ghee is a nice option for butter. Let's see here. Spirulina, I add to stuff. This section over here, minus the oats, you can see is my smoothie section. We do a lot of smoothies. I'm sure everybody has heard of smoothies before. We have tons of recipes in our books. You can find tons of recipes online. But I will start with a protein base, whether it be a bone broth protein powder, or collagen, hemp hearts, spirulina, different kinds of protein. Obviously, I stay away from the whey proteins and the sugary powders. I prefer to make my own, but you can grab quick grab-and-go powders that are very decent. So smoothies are another out-of-the-box option. But as you can see, there is endless opportunities for what can be considered breakfast. Oh boy. And you just have to think outside the box. We are a big avocado eater in this family, so I will take an avocado and cut it up and call it a breakfast. Breakfast does not have to be an insane meal every day. However, it needs to be healthy. We do bigger breakfasts on Saturdays and Sundays because we're home, and then I will refrigerate leftovers for the week, okay? I don't have a bag of it, but there is a Cascadian Farms hash browns mix. It's root vegetables, it's golden potatoes, sweet potatoes, and carrots. It's fantastic. Okay, you can drizzle your items with avocado oil. You can drizzle them after cooking with extra virgin olive oil to add in healthy fats. Really depends what you're needing there for breakfast. I technically am an intermittent faster when I'm not pregnant or breastfeeding, which is not often lately, but that means that I keep all my eating within 7 to 8 hours of the day. So you'll typically, if I can keep my, as I go along in the process and the babies are older, maybe I'm not breastfeeding or not breastfeeding a lot, I will eat between the hours of 11 and 7 at night, or 11 and 6, or 10 and 6. I love that. There's tons of research out there. We've probably got lots of, I shouldn't say probably, I know we have articles out there about it, but right now with breastfeeding, I do have to eat breakfast, and this is how I start my day out healthy. So lots of different options. Two of my other favorite go-tos that I'm going to talk about is avocado toast.
Hey, look at this big boy.
All the time in our office, I literally take toast, and I toast it. I take a half avocado, I spread it on that toast. I sprinkle it with organic hot sauce. Sprinkle with hemp hearts. Drizzle with hot sauce. And lots of fresh ground sea salt. So that's another option for breakfast. That's a quick go-to. I will keep this stuff on hand and they're just grabbing it and I'll put it in the toaster oven at work. Other thing I love to do, when we were growing up, we loved cream of wheat. So they make an organic cream of buckwheat. It literally is ground up buckwheat. Buckwheat is wheat and gluten-free, even though it's called buckwheat. I take this, you boil it with water, or you can use a milk replacer. I just use water, and I add xylitol, dash of salt, ghee, or my butter replacer, and sometimes cinnamon or cacao, and it tastes like old school cream of wheat, if you remember that, if you ever had that when you were little. You can make the cinnamon sugar toast. Just take an old shaker, put cinnamon and xylitol in it, and my kids love to sprinkle it on toast in the morning. You can make some of these recipes kid-friendly where they're doing it themselves, okay? And the other thing, if I'm going to make something simple like an oatmeal or like we talked about a muffin, I'm going to hide things in it if I'm able to. So I'm going to take my oatmeal, I'm going to use gluten-free rolled oats, and then I'm going to add sea salt to it. I'm going to add chia seeds, okay? I'm going to add hemp hearts. I'm going to add organic coconut palm sugar, organic maple syrup, raw honey. So the options are there, okay? I'm trying to think if I missed anything. We've got different cereals. I prefer protein and fats in the morning, but there's lots of different options. He opened these up, but we didn't really show you. They're fruit leathers. So they're a take on the classic artificial color flavored yucky gobstopper, what do you call those? Fruit by the foot fruit rolls. They make really good options. It's basically smushed fruit that they roll up. Again, there's recipes online that you can do all of this at home if cost is an issue or you can't find it near you. However, Amazon is selling all of this stuff. But for those that are like, I'm in too much of a hurry, I'm a working mom, I'm a single mom, I'm a dad, I've got to find something, these are some of our go-tos. And last but not least, we're not a big juice family. We do juice, but we love these apple cider vinegar drinks. They're some of my kids' favorites. They are made by Briggs. And let's see, ingredients: water, organic grape juice, organic apple cider vinegar, organic acai juice, and organic stevia extract. So no added sugar. Plus there's apple cider vinegar. The kids love it. So that's what I've got for all your different breakfast options. And Ella says I have to wrap it up now. I was going to take a peek to see if we had any questions that I could answer. Bella, did you see? Was there any big, long questions that we
There was no big, long questions, but there was people saying that they can't do things.
They can't do things yet. So it's just finding replacers. Work within your wellness ways to find some of your favorite replacers. We're gonna have to get the vacuum out after this, but it's okay because we got our show done. So, do you want to come and say goodbye, buddy? Jace Wesley?
No.
Do you want to say what some of your favorites are? No, you're just gonna dump protein powder on the floor. Okay, on that note, we are gonna head out, put all this stuff back away. If you have any questions while you're watching this video and you want to pop on, I will reply. But there are lots of options, lots of ideas. The biggest thing is think outside the box. Why can't you have a hamburger for breakfast? Why do you have to have Fruit Loops for breakfast? There's so many more options. Or if you can, skip breakfast. So have a good day, and hopefully you guys are warm and snuggled inside. We are out.